Hello guys, we are going to do something else today. I am going to teach you guys like some of the way that I do tarot cards. So first of all, I am going to cleanse the deck. Let's put some crystals around. So I will obviously do a bigger video where you guys are going to learn about all the cards, but I think that for today we're going to do it in another way so that you guys can, you know, see how I read them, what signs you can look out for. And I obviously have my coffee because yes, me need coffee. So first of all, I will say that there's 100 ways of how to shuffle decks and you just need to find your own way. But you can obviously, you know, do it the way that I do it. But again, you don't have to. But this is the way that I do it. This is the way that's easiest for me. I always cut the deck in 3. Sometimes it's very different from which point I put them together again. So you guys just need to go with your intuition. Because sometimes I am guided to take a little piece, do this, sometimes I put something back. I mean, it's very different, and sometimes it's just, you know, pretty easy, and then sometimes there's one card left, so I take that as a sign for that this is a part of the reading. So let's the Fool reversed, so let's take the Fool as a part of this, and then I'm going to take 3 more. We have the 10 of Swords, we have the 5 of Wands, the 5 of Swords, we have 5. Again, 10 is something being fulfilled. The Fool, number 0, is actually all about like the beginning of something new. This is the first card in the tarot. So it's funny that we have all these symbols, like this is like all, you know, fulfillment, like a circle being done. We have 5, which is the start of something new. And again, 5 is 10, so 10. So from that you can really paint a easy picture about that. Whoever this reading is for, it's someone who's been going through something hard, anxiety, heartbreak. I mean, maybe even losing someone close to them. And again, now that this is, I mean, obviously this is also a reading, so if this resonates with some of you guys, remember to let me know. So this is obviously to teach you guys, but it can also, you know, be a message for someone out there. I am going to try to put it so that you guys really can see it. It's funny how the flame touches the reverse the Fool, like actually making the yellow more yellow. The yellow color is all about the subconscious mind, like your higher self. Also, now that you can see that his leggings and shoes, socks, whatever it is, that is also yellow. There's a lot of yellow on him. So the Fool is very aware of himself and his surroundings. Obviously, now that it's reversed, it can be that, you know, that he might not be so much in touch with his higher self. So it can be someone who has a lack of discipline, someone who doesn't really know what direction he needs to go in, or that he wants to go in. You can also see in the other pictures there's also a lot of yellow, but it's like in small pieces. So now that you have one person here walking away who's wearing yellow, this can be you. So again, for me, I find it more important to use your intuition when you do readings. So I would say together with the Fool, that obviously this might be you. So if this is you, you walked away from a fight. Also because the Five of Wands is all about fighting. There's a lot of fighting in this. Also because that one of the reverse meanings is a wild behavior. Again, not being in control of what you're doing. And it's on top of the Five of Wands, wild behavior. So obviously you can maybe conclude from that you have been a part of the fighting, whatever, went on. And I do also feel that now that we have the Ten of Swords, that whatever was going on, because this is all about also mental problems, mental health. So with this card, whatever happened in the past caused you mental health, like problems and issues, like anxiety, not having fun in your life, not really having faith. I mean, and with all these cards, it's like really, I mean, it's not the most happy cards, but with all the green, which stands for growth, whatever happened needed to happen. Also because you can see that in the background we have the mountains. And the mountains in the tarot card decks always symbolizes obstacles and challenges. Something that you need to overcome. So the taller the mountain, the bigger the obstacle is. It's the mastery of overcoming a challenge. So you can also conclude from this that now that the yellow actually touches on the 5, which is the challenges, maybe the Fool, which stands for, it can stand for a person. It can, maybe again it can stand for you if you resonate with this, but I'm going to see that whoever this person is, he might be more aware of the fight. He might be more aware of that he needs to overcome the challenges that this fight brought him. Because again, we have the mountains. And the mountains are also pointing down to the Five of Wands. So again, the Fool is becoming more aware of the fighting, the challenges, whatever the problems is that he needs to overcome. And when the mountains are more icy, it's like a high mastery of the problems. So again, they are pointing down at the fight. So whatever the fight was about, you can overcome it. Also, even if the Fool is reversed. It's like with the yellow, you are becoming aware of what it is that you need to do. Also with this, again, this can be you. You are becoming aware of that you need to walk away, because with the Five of Swords, no one is going to win in this fight. This person with the swords might be the one who put the swords in your back. It's like you realize that no one is going to win in this. That's why we have the Fool reversed. The mountains pointing down. It's like life lessons that you need to be aware of. And again, 0 is the start of something new. So you realizing whatever happened here actually open a new portal for you. Overcoming whatever happened. And the Sun in tarot always symbolizes the growth and the spiritual mastery. Again, all the magic is facing down on this card. So this can also be the here and now. So whatever happened, you realize that you need to overcome it. I am going to talk about like a lot of the symbols in the cards, but obviously I can't stop, concluding what this could be about. So the yellow in the tarot card is always about connecting with your higher level of consciousness. We also have that in the Ten of Swords, but it's not like it's in the middle. We also have the mountains, which you can see that the mountains in the background, they are purple. Mastery of, overcoming the obstacles. But it's far away. So again, in between we have the blue, which could symbolize water, which is all about emotions. So obviously someone here needs to analyze your emotions. With the red here, it's all about anger. So obviously, whatever happened, you have a mix between anger and using your higher self, like seeing the challenges, realizing that you can overcome whatever it is. Like you are already laying on the ground, so you can't really, fall deeper than this card. And now that it's a 10, it is like the end of something. This is also, it's in the past. This is the past card. So whatever happened in the past, it can get worse. But in the here and now, obviously you are still in conflict. You are still in fighting. Again, it can also be your higher self. Like, this could be all the problems, and you're just trying to fight, like you see yourself as a victim. Doesn't have to be like a real fight. And to get back to the Ten of Swords, with the black in the tarot cards, is all about the mystery, the unknown, what it is that you might not see or understand yet. So again, maybe this had to happen so that you could overcome something or understand something better about yourself. Because again, we have the Fool, and it is reversed, so again, you are still a little unaware of what it is that you actually need to learn from what happened. And the Dog is also all about like exploring the unknown. Like the universe is trying to give you things in your life so that you can explore yourself. Again, growth. It's all about a completion of something. A transformation. It's a big shift and a big transformation. Whatever happened to someone here, it's a big shift in consciousness, in communication, in standing up for yourself. Blue is also all about intuition. So again, you need to use your intuition more, especially now that it touches up on the yellow. Also here, you need to use your intuition, but there's also a lot of clouds in the way. And the clouds are all about your deepest thoughts. Like, it's all about the sudden, the unexpected things coming. Like, again, clouds are always moving. They're never really standing still. Even true that when we look up, we might see them as something that's, standing still, like a fight. But in real, the clouds are always moving. It's also a symbol for your mind being a little cloudy, like not really understanding what is going on. But always remember, when you see clouds, that the clouds are always moving. So again, it can be confusion, it can be judgment, it can be higher thoughts, it can also be message from the divine. So again, it's all about really paying attention to what's going on. Like, what do you feel? Also, I would love to hear you guys' opinion. If you would read these cards, how would you read them? What would the story be in these cards? I will try to, in the end of this video, to put 4 cards like this, and then I'm going to let you guys write in the comments for how you would read the cards. Like, if you did a reading for someone and you got the cards that I'm going to pull after, what would the message be for that someone? It's really for you to push your intuition and really try to, again, read the story. What is the story of these cards? Like, is this a happy card? Like, is this a romantic movie, or is this like a crime? Is it an action movie? It's all about the story in the cards, and the story in the cards when you put them together. Also, when you do tarot card readings, take it slow. If you read one card and you then, the story always changes, but you are never wrong, because this is a general reading. So one person is going to be like, oh yeah, I am really bad at making decisions. And if you go deeper into the reading, you receive more information, and then other people are going to jump on the wagon. So the more you read the cards, the more storylines you pick up on. Don't think that it's wrong. Just go with the flow and talk. It's like some people are sometimes a little bit afraid to talk too much when they do tarot card readings. But again, you also have to remember that there is not just one person watching your videos. there's sometimes 200 people, sometimes it's 10,000 or more. So remember, tell your story, whatever you see. This card can speak, you know, one story, but if you put them together with the other cards, there might even be 4 stories in this card. And also with like zodiac signs, like swords are all about air signs. Wands are all about fire signs. Again, air sign. The Fool doesn't really have any zodiac sign, but it is like Uranus. How do you say that? It's ruled by Uranus. Well, I'm going to write it on the screen because I can't say it probably without sounding like an idiot. But this is like the Great Awakener. So again, you can also say like, alright, this stands for a Great Awakener. So this can be a person in your life. Like, maybe someone is going to come into your life in the here and now, because I did put it over the 5 of Wands, which is at the here and now. So maybe someone is going to come into your life who's like a great awakener for you, like someone who's going to show you the way. So also, if you want to have more information about the cards, what I always do is that I like clarify. So if we ask the question like, give us more information about the Fool. Like, who is the Great Awakener? We have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is being in a mental conflict, not making a decision. So I would say that maybe in this case for someone here, this might not be a, you know, the Great Awakener might not be a person, it might be a self. Like, you are actually the one who needs to be more awakened. Like, see what's actually going on. Also because that the woman in the Two of Wands doesn't see what's actually behind her. Because it's actually pretty, you know, it's pretty amazing in the background. Because we have water, which is all about emotions. We have again the green, which is growth. Green can also be abundance. We have the moon, again, what's behind her, the secrets. There's a tiny bit of clouds or like mist in the background, so it's like, so you can maybe get the feeling from the card that what's hidden, because we have the moon here, is, you know, is like being swept away. It's like the cloudiness is actually being removed. So she might soon be ready to take the blindfold off. Again, if this is you, you put the swords away. The swords that you were holding in your hand. You don't want to be a victim anymore. So now that this is swords, and it stands for air signs, this can maybe be an air sign fighting with a fire sign. There doesn't have to be more than one person in the fight, but there is a lot of people, so it can also be that it affects more than one person to be in that fight. And swords stands for mental conflicts, like mental things, like being in your head a lot. And us air signs, we are a lot in our head about things. It's really hard for us to relax. And I mean, this could symbolize Libra, because us Libras, we are all about balance. So obviously, we don't want to have balance. So in the past, we might have had a hard time really standing up for ourselves. This person might have had a hard time standing up for themselves. Because this is all about standing up for yourself. Finally, walking away from the fighting and being like, you know what? If you want to fight, you can fight with yourself, because I am out of here. So again, you can see how many stories there's actually coming out from, you know, 5 cards. And if you do tarot card readings, you can take as many cards as you want. If you feel comfortable with starting just with 1 card, start with 1 card. If you have a hard time with like the queens, the pages, the kings, the knights, then take them out of your deck in the beginning. Don't use them in your readings. And I did actually see a video some time ago about a tarot card reader, and I can't remember what her name was, But she talked about that her secret was that she actually didn't use those cards. She didn't use the kings, the queens, the pages, the knights at all. She took them out and she was just reading with the major arcana and the minor arcana. So again, if you really have a hard time with those cards, put them out until you really feel comfortable with using them. But again, if you start focusing on the story of the cards, not so much the meaning, because that's gonna drive you crazy. If you do tarot card readings, you're sitting there like, what is the meaning of the Five of Swords? Don't think about it. Look at the card. What is the scene about? Again, is it a happy card or is it a negative card? Or like, is there heartbreak in it? So if we say that someone here is about to walk away, let's try to clarify that. Like, what is the right action to take for the future? So now you can see that in the deck there's one card peeking out. So right away I'm like, okay, well, that might be a sign that I should take that card. So I take it and I flip it like that, and it's upright. It's the Knight of Pentacles. Again, we have all the yellow around the Knight of Pentacles. Someone really using their intuition, standing in the growth. The horse is black, so again, the unknown. So you might take whatever, whatever is yours. You are ready to ride away, but the horse is still at a standstill. Also because there's a lot of armor on. So in the future, you might walk away, but it's like you're a little hesitant. You want to focus on other things, but still you have a lot of armor on. So I will take, now that we took the card that was, in between, I'm going to take the card that's here. Wow, look at that. Finally, walking into something new. That is perfect. Ace of Pentacles. Also, you can see that there is like the doorway here, which is all about, it symbolizes walking into the new. We have I can't remember what you call these flowers, but it's the symbol for, again, a new beginning. So there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of, walking into new beginnings, and you can see that there is a mountain here. Again, the mastery of consciousness, of the challenges. You're ready to take upon all the challenges. And you can see, the big pentacles. Like, you might feel that it's just a little thing that you gain from walking away, but in real, it's actually something big that you're going to get from walking away from this. So I want to see if we can get a clarification for the Five of Wands. Like, who is it that you are in a fight with? There was again a card here that I'm going to take. Walking away. Sailing away. This is Swords. So again, you have the Five of Wands, and now that we've concluded that yes, this might be a fire sign that you are, fighting with, and now that we asked about like who is it that you are fighting with, the universe is like, you already know who it is that you are fighting with. So the universe is like, what you need to focus on here and now is to sail away. But now that we have the swords in the boat, this is also to, yes, walk away, but don't take the drama with you. Also, you can maybe conclude that the knight's armor that he has on might be all the past problems, like the not feeling secure, or feeling, like you feel that someone was beating you down. Also the swords, again, don't take the past with you. It's so easy to read the cards because, again, it's the story. Like the armor, could represent the metal, steel, swords. That also, this is weighing you down. Like all this, why do you wear all the problems? Why do you bring all your problems into the future? Because he's also facing the future. He's not facing the past anymore. He's not a part of that. And this is you walking away from that. And underneath we have the World on the top of the deck. This is what you are, what's waiting for the person who is leaving the past. let's take another round for you guys so that you can learn more, and then I'm going to put down the other cards so that you guys can read them. So let's see what we can get. Again, whatever comes. Again, we are going to cut the cards. See, these cards are like this, so you have to use your intuition. You have to be like, alright, are we going to take some of the cards, or are we not going to take some of the cards? And I will say I'm going to take these cards. Whoa! We have the Four of Wands and the Reverse of Lovers. And right off the bat, my intuition kicks in and tells me that this is someone who's going to leave a relationship. Might be a Gemini, because this is Gemini. And walk into your twin flame. Starting something new with your twin flame. So we are going to take these cards, put them up, because again, they feel like that. So I'm going to take the last cards, and now you can see this. So I'm going to take this card. So let's the Tower, yes. Whoa, Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Then we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. So right now, someone here is definitely leaving a relationship. And did you just notice that I actually put them like this, without even noticing it? So yes, this card is the first card. Realizing that whatever relationship that someone is in here is not working. Again, we have the yellow, being aware. Also, now that we have fire here and we have the snake, it's like, again, this can be a fire sign dealing with an earth sign. And the angel is like, this is divine guided, like the angels actually guided you guys to find new love. This can also be, again, now that this is Gemini, a Gemini obviously can be involved, but it doesn't have to. Again, wands can be fire, but it doesn't have to. This is just, you know, for me, this is also always the twin flame card. And because that I do a lot of twin flame videos, obviously I'm going to, you know, say that. Also because with these two cards, it's pretty obvious that someone is leaving a relationship to start a new path, a new beginning with a twin flame. And in the past we have the Tower, so obviously something had to happen. Like the Tower moment came, the angels and guides took over. Someone had a realization about, you know, alright, I need to leave whatever I am in so that I can move towards my twin flame. And again, we have clouds. We have also clouds here, and the clouds in this picture, they are also a little purple. So again, purple can symbolize the spiritual. So again, it is the universe taking over. Also, like eyes can also symbolize like destruction of the doomed. So like whatever is doomed to, you know, break down is going to break down. Again, there's a lot of signs that the universe took over here. And with the reverse Page of Swords, this is all about like bad news. It's all about being paranoid. It can also be having your heads in the clouds. Someone here needs to deliver the bad news to someone. It can also be someone not speaking out, because we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. So there's not really a give and take in it. So if you put these two cards together with, you know, delivering a bad news but not really speaking out about anything, being very cold, being very sarcastic, and this as the result or in the future is really not really painting a picture of someone, you know, really making a decision or really being honest about it. But someone here really wants to, so you could get to the conclusion that this is all about someone's relationship. Like a person here who wants to leave whatever they are in to move in the direction of the twin flame, but really having a hard time, you know, ending whatever they are in. So maybe it's easier for this person just to, you know, being like, well, I do want to be together with my twin flame, but I don't really want to end whatever I am in. Can be an air sign because we have swords again. Maybe this person is together with a earth sign. So again, they are not really honest about, you know, what's actually going on. But remember, we do have the Tower, so no matter what, something is going to happen. Also because the Six of Pentacles reversed can be like a gift, but with strings attached. So it's like someone is giving something to someone else, but, you know, it's like, it's not real, or it's not really 100% free, if you know what I mean. Because this person is still attached to someone else. It can also, again, paint another picture, like someone is dishonest about leaving someone because that they have a lack of money. So they might be together with someone because of money. So again, they are not making a decision because of a poor financial attachment to whoever they are together with. Again, can be a sign. So what is it we're going to do? Ooh, I didn't... I was about to break everything. I didn't do anything, and the camera. Yeah, the camera was about to fall, and the Wheel of Fortune came. For this, again, 2 major arcanas. This is a big thing. Major arcanas are always about, you know, the big things in our life. The minors are like tiny baby steps. It's like the day-to-day things. So now that we have the Wheel of Fortune together with the Tower, oh yeah, this is destiny calling. This is destiny really making something happen. So yes, even though you're dealing with someone who is a twin flame, the other person still needs to face, you know, karma. Still needs to end something, and they really have a hard time with that. They also need to be honest to whoever the twin flame is. I am going to try to clarify the reverse Page of Swords. Ooh, and we have here, yeah, Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is all about walking away from something that's not working, but in reversed, it might be someone who really refused to walk away from whatever they know is not working anymore. It can be someone who, again, who has a big fear of moving on because of finances, because of, you know, also this is about faking happiness. So obviously, someone is really not happy in this. It can be a water sign. It can also be someone dealing with a water sign. Someone is not, this is fear of commitment, fear of abandonment. So they might have a lot of fear because of something from the past. Like they want to move in the direction of the twin flame, but they really have a big fear of abandonment here. It's also a lack of self-esteem. It's a lack of self-awareness. It's a lack of awareness, like in general. But also here, now that this is in the past, the universe is going to take over at some point. And with the moon can be a sign for time. So the moon phase is a month. So something might happen in a month from now, because this is in the here and now. The moon is also about that there is no clarity of the situation. It's like the destination is unknown for, you know, for what it is that this person wants, especially now that this is reversed. But also with this upright, this is like breaking illusions. Having a sense of clarity about what it is that you want, but now that it is, again, it's reversed. It's like someone is not quite sure about what it is that they need to do. But the man who's walking away, again, red, it's like red can also be passion, but it can also be anger, it can also be fear, especially now that this person is having red on. There's a lot of fear here, but the person is facing, again, the Tower, so he might, you know, fear the Tower moment, but at the same time, this person might also be aware of that this is destiny. And again, with the mountains being so green, this person might also be a little stuck in going through growth. So let's try to clarify the reverse Six of Pentacles. Whoa! Three of Cups. This can really be, again, getting out of a third-party situation, because 3. Also, now that we have the pumpkins, like, this is a season card, so the next season we have is October, and I did talk about that October is a big shift, so obviously someone here might really finally cut away all the third-party drama. If you've been dealing with someone who's been like over partying, that's also something that needs to go. I will see if I can get more. We have one. Standing up for yourself. Defending what it is that you want. Being a giant, because it does feel like he's standing on a small city or on a small, like, something small. So someone is becoming stronger to really, you know, facing the tower moment. Someone is being more ready for that now. Let's see if we can get some information about the 4 of Wands. Like, is it a person? What person is it? Or what is the action that they will take? Again, Spirit will give you... Whoa! Yeah! The Tower together with the 7 of Pentacles. Just waiting. This is being patient. Someone here, the person who's leaving a relationship, is well aware of that this is destiny. But still they are afraid of the Tower moment. They are afraid, you know, again, maybe because of money. But they know that this is destiny. And they are patient. It's like in the future they are going to stand up for themselves. They are going to be more aware of what it is that they actually do need to do. This is awesome. Someone is finally making a decision here. So I am going to put them away, and then I'm going to lay down some cards so that you guys can... For some reason my camera just shut off without making a noise. Normally it does that, but it didn't. But I will put down the cards for you guys, so that you guys can paint a picture, so you guys can, you know, what is the story? But another thing I want to show you guys is, when I put the cards back, like, nowadays cards reversed and some cards are upright. I always put them upright. So I do this. So that every time I have been reading the cards, I put them upright again. And I put them back. Wow, the candle just went crazy. Okay, are you guys ready for your first reading? Might not be your first reading, but it's your first reading with my cards. Also, none of the stories that you guys are going to write or comment down below is wrong, because we are all intuitive in our own way. And again, like I explained earlier, each card has so many stories. So don't feel that whatever you write is wrong just because someone wrote something else. Everything is right. And this is awesome, because maybe, you know, look down in the comments and see if someone, you know, got your story right. Maybe this is even going to be your own story. I can't remember if I cut the deck, but I'm going to do it again. Alright, let's see. What is the story for people to tell? No jumpers. Ooh. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything because again, this is for you guys. And we have this, so I'm going to put this next to it. I'm not saying anything. We have the Ten of Swords again. Whoa! Okay. What I am going to do here also is that I am going to give you guys one extra card that's going to be a guidance. Because obviously you guys can't really, you know, clarify them. But I do feel that this is enough. But I will give you guys one more card that's going to... That was... Whoa. Okay. This is the card. Also, what I forgot, what I didn't actually do, I don't know why I didn't, but at the bottom of the deck we do have the Knight of Swords. And I do also always tend to, you know, use the card that's, you know, at the bottom of the deck. But now that I haven't done that with the readings that we did today, there is sure a reason for it. The universe was like, well, you don't need to. So now I'm going to remember this. Again, you guys have to just take, you know, what you feel like, but this can be a little help about the situation. This can be past, this can be here and now, this can be future. This can be the energy of everything at the moment. And this is like a helping card for you guys, the world. So I'm going to put it up here. So again, you guys can pause the video, you guys can screenshot whatever you want, and then really take your time reading the cards and then comment the story below, the way that you want to. Remember to look for all the small clues, all the signs. Who's facing who, what is pointing at what, who's looking at what direction are the characters going. So I hope you guys, you know, are ready to do your reading. Remember to write it down below. I'm excited to see what you guys are going to, you know, come up with. But this is going to be everything for today. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys learned something. I am going to do a bigger video where I'm going to go into details with these cards. But for now, this will be it. Let me know in a comment below if this, you know, helped you, if it resonated. Remember to like, remember to subscribe if you have.
O si fuiste mi mujer, por lo que yo he visto y lo que te gusta, amor de tu vida yo no voy a hacer. Dame una noche, te voy a demostrar que soy el pecado que amas con...